Harsh to suspect you now because of something you didn't mean to happen.
Don't make me talk about it more.
Okay. Thank you for telling me, May.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Cool. So because of that, we can now, we should now go talk to Teegan. Oh, Olivia's gone. Okay. Oh, hello. Users have been added to the chat. Famous Nancy Drew finally arrived to solve our ghostly conundrums. What? Trying to figure out what could have caused you to see a ghost. Maybe. An actual ghost with spaces in between the letters. Is he always like this? Nancy, you've known him for ages. Only on the good days. I'm here, you know. We know. We know. Aw, so cute. Shh, dude. I'm gonna go follow some leads. Good luck. Let us know if you need anything. Alright. We'll let you know.
Nancy, hey. How's the investigation going?
Pretty well. You know, it would really help if I could get May to talk to me.
She hasn't given her alibi yet.
No.
No. And everyone seems to have one, except her.
Everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that it could be someone from outside of town? A visitor or something?
Absolutely. But statistically speaking, crime is rarely a random occurrence.
It's a mystery to me. You have anything you wanted to talk about?
Yes. Okay, yes, I guess we do. Before we do this, I actually need to run to the bathroom. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Hold on a second, everybody. Alright, and we're back. Let's go let's continue our conversation with Teegan.
What's the history behind the Hathorn estate?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Judge John Hathorn was born and raised in Salem. His father was a decorated military man who had many real estate holdings throughout New England. And when Judge Hathorn
I
became
unplugged my phone.
justice,
Sorry, guys.
he tried to expand those holdings. Much of the land that the Hathorn estate was built on was actually seized property from accused witches.
So awful. I think the land stealing part was even mentioned in Olivia's tour.
Didn't expect her to actually care about the history. At the time, no one made the connection, not even in court documents. But it happened.
Okay.
Do you think the fire is somehow related to Salem's history with witches?
What do you mean?
Like, is it meant as a symbolic gesture? Because that's how most witches died?
That was a European thing. No, they were more civilized in the New World. We hung our witches.
Ooh.
Short drop, so they slowly choked to death. A couple more died in custody awaiting trial, and one, an elderly man who refused to testify, was pressed to death.
Pressed?
Yeah. They put a bunch of heavy stones on top
Oh,
of
I
the
can't
earth
even imagine.
over a period of days.
Oof.
That's horrible.
She did not know the weight until she felt the freedom. Scarlet Letter. Also a descendant of Judge Hathorn. Except Nathaniel Hawthorne was so horrified with his family's history that he added a W to change it.
Wow.
Wow. The focus on descendants isn't really something they teach you in school.
Yep. We think our world is so much more advanced now, but we have a hard time escaping our past.
Wow.
Where were you on the night of the fire?
I was at my boyfriend's watching a movie.
Oh,
Here, this is his number. You can ask him.
I will.
Have you been dating Damian for a long time?
Yeah, a couple years, I think. I like him. I mean, I really do. He listens to me. Yeah, he's great.
Was he with you the whole night?
I mean, most of the night. I don't think he's capable of arson, if that's what you're suggesting.
You trust him?
Absolutely. 100%. Go ahead, call him. You'll see.
Okay.
There was this photo tucked away in the guest
Tucked away. It was
room.
sitting on the
Now
dresser.
I'm really embarrassed. So Such an awkward age.
14.
Is
Ugh.
that Olivia and Lauren in the picture with you?
Yeah, we were pretty tight back then. Had to take pictures.
I couldn't tell where it was taken. Do you remember? There were lots of books and candles.
It was probably the... I don't know. Books and candles are everywhere in Salem. It could be anywhere. It was years ago. I don't really remember.
Lies. She remembers. She just doesn't want to tell us.
How did Francis Tuttle come to own the property?
Ms. Tuttle bought it 30 years ago, cheap. It was falling apart. The former owners couldn't be located, so it was auctioned. She was a bit of a kooky lady living in a ruin like that, but she was kind. I mean, she took in Lauren like a daughter. That says something about someone, doesn't it?
I agree.
It does indeed.
Do you remember what you were doing 3 nights ago?
3 days ago?
3 nights
I
ago.
was probably working here. Why?
You were working at the museum. Can anyone confirm that?
Well, I'm always here.
But was anyone else here?
May was home all day, laying low, and Olivia wasn't here either. I don't know where she was, to be honest. You'll have to ask her.
Nice.
So no one can confirm that? And you're sure May was at home?
She's barely left the house since the incident.
Wow.
People here treat her like she has an infectious disease. It's awful. And I don't blame her if she wants to sit at home on her phone all day. Ugh. Her parents need to come home. Soon. So, I gotta ask. What do you get out of this?
I get a lot.
Really? You travel around, talk to all these people, deal with all their problems, put yourself in harm's way?
Mm-hmm.
Not always.
Most
All right,
times.
Some of the time. I don't know. It's like there's these small obstacles that I enjoy working on, and they're interesting. But what I really love is the puzzle of humanity. What makes people tick? Why do people do what they do? It's always the hardest one to crack, because sometimes we do things that don't make sense. We're inherently irrational.
Oh, yeah.
Know what I mean?
You know, there's a theory about why these specific women were persecuted as witches. Some people believe that ergot, which is a fungus that grows in cereal grains, might have gotten into the food supply.
Oh.
It poisons anyone who eats it. Hallucinations, circulation issues, seizures. It would have made people look like they were possessed. Or made the judges think they were doing God's will. Or make the whole town go haywire.
A rational explanation for irrational behavior.
Just a theory. We'll never know. Anyway, I don't want to keep you. Thanks for stopping by.
I got one more question, though. Oops.
Can you tell me about the accident May was in when she was a kid?
Why do you need to know that? How is it important?
I didn't think it was, but everyone else sees reason to believe May is the one who burned Hathorn House. So that makes it important, I know.
It started with the arson, and she has other convictions on her juvenile record as well.
Ooh.
What happened?
It was an old shed near our home. May was about 9 or so. She was in it one night. She shouldn't have been. Playing with candles, a lighter, I don't know. It caught fire. She was charged.
She was so young.
I feel responsible. She shouldn't even have been there, and I'm the older sister.
It's not your fault. I'm sorry to upset you. It helps me to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't talk to May about it.
We already did.
Talk to you later.
Okay, so we've got her alibi. Let's call her boyfriend. Damian Faulkner.
Hello?
Is this Damian Faulkner?
Yeah? Who is this?
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm a private investigator currently working the Hathorn House case on behalf of Judge Danforth. Do you mind if I take up a minute of your time?
Go ahead.
Just wanted to follow up on some statements.
Statements made by whom?
Teegan Perry,
Yes?
your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
Where were you?
Jeez.
Sorry, but were these statements given to the police?
No. They were given to me, willingly.
Yeah, sorry. I work for Alicia, and I've learned to make sure that when you're being questioned, you always have a lawyer present. I don't want to sound like I'm guilty or complicit, I just know my rights.
Of course.
But you sound trustworthy.
Oh, thanks. How long have you worked for Alicia?
I've interned for her for a while, but she doesn't really pay attention to me.
You seem to know a lot about legal framework.
I listen to her on the phone. A lot.
Nice.
Anyway, I was with Teegan on the night of the fire. That's what you wanted to know, right?
Yeah. And what did you guys do?
Let me
What
tell
movie?
ya.
Okay. Which movie?